It's all my fault.
Gonna cry?
The My Little Pony movie, mostly loved by the fan base and, well, not so much by the critics, it was a huge step for the franchise at the time and brought with it some controversy as well. And while I do want to look at the movie itself in its own video one day, I want to take a look just at this particular scene that caused so much controversy over my Instagram. And I'm be going through both sides, if Twilight was in the right or if she was in the wrong. And let's just get right into it with a quick recap. The main six are forced to leave Equestria after being taken over by the Storm King and needing to find the hippogriffs to help them succeed. Along the way, they're being chased by Tempest and bumping into some other side characters, and eventually getting to the hippogriffs and needing a pearl to help save Equestria. The Queen refuses and Twilight decides to distract them by having Pinkie sing a song as she attempts to steal the pearl for herself and fails, bringing us to this scene. Now the main six prove time and time again that they can fight many foes, whether that be Nightmare Moon, Lord Tyrek, etc. And I can see why people were upset about this, as they always work together in the show to accomplish challenges, and they always have to work together to do so. It's also very unlike Twilight's character to behave this way. We'll get to that a little bit more in a bit. But Twilight in this movie acts very strange. It's like she's only known her friends for a few days before all this happened in Equestria, when in reality it was 7 seasons of development leading up to this movie. And lastly, the hippogriffs were going to give them the pearl at the end of the song, and if Twilight just waited a little bit longer, they wouldn't have been in the situation they ended up in. So in summary of her being wrong, we have her character not being like herself at all in this movie, as well as the hippogriffs were going to give her the pearl at the very end if she just waited. Now let's look at it from the opposite side of things, where she indeed was in the right in this situation. First of all, the Storm King taking over Equestria is kind of a big deal, and despite the world-ending event, the majority of the main six still have fun and play around. It starts up when they meet the furry, and leads them to almost being captured by Tempest, which was a pretty close call. Then we meet up with the knockoff Pirates of the Caribbean, who decide to help them find their true selves while singing a song and blasting a rainbow in the sky. Of course, Twilight is the biggest kind of like weird change, but the main six as a whole almost feels like kind of like a reboot in a way, while it feels like all the development and everything from, you know, seasons 1 through 7 up to this moment really just don't exist. And other world-ending events in Friendship is Magic, like Chrysalis, Tyrek, and they pretty much locked in for those and weren't, you know, playing games and singing songs and blasting rainbows in the sky. It's just strange in this movie in particular of how they're portrayed to kind of just mess around the entire time, where they really needed to lock in. So yes, this side I can get behind as well. I was in Twilight's, I was going to say shoes, but I guess hooves would be more appropriate for this. I would kind of feel the same way as well. If my friends were kind of messing around the entire time and I was just trying to, you know, save the world, I would be a little pissed off too. Maybe not to the lengths of saying I'd be better off without friends like you, and I think the crash out is a little warranted for those actions that occurred. So after seeing both sides, I'm going to give my little conclusion to this. I think she was a bit valid in her reaction, however, this is only because of her character in the movie is portrayed so much differently. Let's say if this happened in Friendship is Magic at the time, so it'd be like season 8, if she behaved this way then, I think it would be very, very strange, especially in Friendship is Magic's case, because they had 7 seasons of development all the way up to there, and it truly would have felt like it was out of nowhere. But the movie kind of treats the characters as a reboot, as if this was the first time of them really being friends, interacting with each other, and the whole thing just feels very strange, and I think it's a bit more excusable here in the movie if you kind of treat it just as its own thing and not connected to Friendship is Magic. Which is kind of weird to say, but if I look at it that way, I can see her actions being justified in the way she reacted. And if it was in Friendship is Magic, I feel like she'd be more in the wrong, if that makes sense. Either way though, I think most of us can agree that just this movie as a whole kind of felt like a reboot, and the characters were a little off. The story wasn't that great, and it was just kind of a mid-movie if I'm being honest. Yes, the animation is beautiful, yes, the songs are pretty decent, and we got Emily Blunt as a pony, what's not to love about that? I could see it from every side, and I had a lot of conflicting answers in that specific comment section of that meme. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little breakdown of the scene. If you'd like me to do a whole video on the movie itself one day, let me know in the comments below. I could totally do that. I have a lot of thoughts about the movie, more than I said here, that could warrant its own video. But yeah, that's really all I have. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my Instagram if you want to check out the original meme and go through all those comments themselves. It's a lot of reading. And just check out my Instagram. I'm going to be doing a giveaway very soon here. And I post a lot of cool memes and stuff on there if you guys want to check it out. If you like, did enjoy the video, and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. I post stuff like this all the time, talk about a wide range of MLP stuff. I have some really cool videos planned coming soon, so be on the lookout for those. And comment down below if there's any videos you'd like me to discuss in the future. It can be anything about MLP, specific episodes, characters, anything like that you'd like me to cover. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, that's really all I have. Thank you guys for watching. My name's been BlueBolt, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.